The drop kick hits the target. This should be an incredible matchup. I mean, both men have extensive offensive repertoires, lasting endurance, and an insatiable appetite to be number one.
If you haven't hit ripcord yet, now might be a good time to do that. These guys are going to have a match you'll want to watch over and over again.
With AJ Styles in the ring, you know this match is going to be absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, the only thing I could possibly dislike about the match is that you're calling it with me.
He's bringing it back inside the ring now.
He's not going to like this.
Don't you dare get up, man.
Uh-oh.
Big time slam right there.
That's a Pele kick. Walked right into it.
If an opponent exhibits a weakness for a specific move, some will return to utilizing that move as long as possible.
Oh, boy, right on his neck and back.
AJ Styles is going up. He's on his heels. I'd say he's starting to feel the pressure a bit.
If you're counting him out now, you haven't been paying attention. He has more resolve than just about anybody on the roster.
He's getting after it while he has the energy. Smart move.
Knocks up. Pele kick.
He has him right where he wants him.
He can't withstand one bit more.
Styles clash. Here's his moment, Michael. Yes! Takes it!
Here is your winner, the phenomenal AJ Styles.
And AJ Styles walks away with the win.
That's the kind of win that makes you feel good about yourself.
Folks, we just saw one of the most exciting matches you'll see anywhere.
Surprises him with that drop kick. And remember, submissions only as we get underway here.
I assure you, making one of these competitors quit will be easier said than done.
Here we go.
Oh, man. He's lining him up.
Don't you dare get up, man.
We may be looking at a power bomb here. That's exactly what it looks like to me, Cole.
AJ Styles is looking to fly.
Splash! His drop kick connects.
Samoa Joe looking a little startled right now. This could be the start of an ugly downward spiral if he's not careful.
Gotta like this strategy, just wearing him down, waiting for that perfect time to slap on the submission hold.
Yeah, but if you count him out now, guys, you'd be making a very big mistake. Mark my words.
Sidewalk slam.
AJ Styles is going up.
Look out! Gentlemen, of the three of us, I don't have much argument over who is the bravest because Corey has actually been in the ring with Samoa Joe.
Well, I consider myself brave, as should any competitor who steps in front of Joe, but there aren't too many men who want to go blow for blow with the human wrecking ball. That's a lesson I learned the hard way.
Flags him with a clothesline.
Samoa Joe with his back against the wall.
We know recounting Corey's experience with Samoa Joe is painful, but it should serve as a warning to Joe's future opponents.
Yeah, Samoa Joe's opponents are victim to rapid-fire strikes. For a man his size, Joe is terrifyingly fast. So challengers should always be on guard. And guys, I think I'm just as brave as Corey.
Let me know when you're ready to come back to reality, Saxton.
Where there are many fighting styles in WWE, but not as many are as diverse as Samoa Joe's. Can you speak to his versatility?
Samoa Joe is one of the most well-rounded competitors I've ever had the joy of watching. He's an accomplished grappler, a next-level striker, strong jiu-jitsu background. Samoa Joe can do it all, and all of it hurts.
Oh, man. Inside out.
I want to add more to what I said on Samoa Joe's versatility. Not only is Joe proficient in so many styles, he is a dangerous man, in part because of how intelligent of a fighter he is.
You're exactly right, Corey. It's a pick-your-poison scenario anytime you match up with Samoa Joe. He has a handful of disciplines he can interchange. Chances are one of those will end your night fast.
That's a Pele kick.
Walked right into it. There is something I've noticed throughout Samoa Joe's career. Something that
AJ Styles may have it.
great move. That should do it.
Oh, and he breaks free.
But the damage might have already been done, Michael.
Byron, you see Samoa Joe having the characteristics of an assassin, carrying the attitude of a merciless mercenary. I question Joe's moral judgment, his lack of sportsmanship.
Well, unfortunately, gentlemen, morality doesn't win championships, and you fellas may hate it, but you have no choice but to respect it. Samoa Joe makes no apologies for taking people out because he didn't come to WWE for sportsmanship. He came...
just barely making it to the ropes.
A few inches in the other direction, and this one was over.
Oh, somehow he breaks it.
He may have broken free, Cole, but I assure you the damage has already been done.
When we talk about submission matches, we have to speak about one that, in many people's eyes, set the standard. It was WrestleMania 13. Bret the Hitman Hart was in a heated rivalry with a brash star on the rise named Stone Cold Steve Austin. This match started like no other submission match, with the two superstars battling in the crowd and attempting to use ring steps as a weapon.
Byron, you mentioned the submission match between Bret Hart and Steve Austin. AJ Styles, guys, he's setting up for something here. What an incredible move by AJ Styles.
Not incredible, Cole. Phenomenal.
Samoa Joe isn't looking so hot, guys.
But now, can AJ Styles capitalize?
An all-out assault on the back.
In a submission match, the name of the game is to make your opponent tap out from a submission move. There have been so many submission specialists throughout the history of this great business. Bret Hitman Hart, Kurt Angle, Brock Lesnar, William Regal, and Daniel Bryan are a few who come to mind. And on the women's side, I think about Alundra Blaze, Natalya, Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, and the boss, Sasha Banks.
And he breaks free.
Just when you thought he was out of this one.
Locks up.
Pele kick. Oh, look at this. Setting him up. Inverted DDT. Over the last 2 decades, AJ Styles has had countless main events. Is it at all possible to get AJ Styles off his game?
Look, I'd say that it is. Not everyone can keep their cool as well as I do. And AJ's few losses happened when an opponent got under his skin.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
Going for an encore here.
Guys, I just looked up some of AJ's losses. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens focused their brilliant...
AJ Styles is getting ready.
Ushigoroshi.
That's what he was looking for, Michael. Oh, man, Joe doesn't even know where he is.
He can't take much more.
Oh, my goodness.
He's trying to mangle his face here.
AJ Styles celebrating his immense talent. I know that feeling.
Oh, stop. One of the things a superstar who's competing in a submission match has to be careful of is if they have an injury or have been injured in the past and people know about it. You can bet in a submission match that your opponent is going to target that body part immediately. It's like having a giant bullseye on it.
Wow, he got out of it.
Yeah, I'm not so sure he had it fully locked in. Uh-oh, here comes a phenomenal one.
Byron, you brought up that a submission match can be especially dangerous for a competitor who's injured or had a known injury. I think that's why it's just as important as submission match to be able to reverse the submission move from an opponent as it is to apply a submission maneuver to an opponent. A superstar can't reverse an opponent's submission. Then they're certainly going to be in trouble.
Some superstars have more than one submission at their disposal and it becomes a pick-your-poison scenario for their opponent. It also depends on the match.
Oh, AJ Styles may have it. He might be trying to take out the leg here.
That has got to be it.
The WWE Universe witnessed a classic submission match at 2016's Extreme Rules event. The Queen, Charlotte Flair, defended her Women's Championship against Natalya. The one thing I thought was unfair about the match is that there was a ban against the Nature Boy Ric Flair being at ringside. If Flair appeared, Charlotte would lose the match and her women's crown.
I understand the idea of being relentless, but I think most would agree repeating a specific move is an unorthodox approach.
You spoke of the submission match between Charlotte Flair and Natalya, and I need to point out that this match was not Flair's figure 8 versus Natalya's sharpshooter. Victory could be achieved by making your opponent tap out to any submission maneuver. I think we all know why the Nature Boy was banned from ringside.
When Natalya had Charlotte locked in the sharpshooter, it seemed that the Queen of Hearts was going to be crowned the new champion. Of course, that... Yes! Unreal performance.